So with the adolescents, we work on MDA mobilization. We engage them through the existing platforms, which is high schools and colleges. In the schools, what we have found that the interface with the drug administrators had been limited because the students are in the schools during the daytime when the drug administrators visit their households, and hence motivating them, mobilizing them for consuming anti-filarial drugs had been a challenge. So booths are set up in the schools and the students are motivated and mobilized to consume anti-filarial drugs.
I find them a lot affected by bilharzia, as they are quite at risk. They play in water, they swim in water, they do activities. Adolescents do a lot of activities with water. So we usually ask them about their knowledge, their experiences, and also whether they have preventive measures, whether they see bilharzia or schistosomiasis as a problem. And sometimes, mostly, we put them in small groups, group discussions, and also they tell us their story.
Working with adolescents, you have to be really, really creative, and it has to be appealing for the adolescents. And now, since it is the era of selfie, we have started putting the selfie points in the schools. So post they consume anti-filarial drugs, there's an opportunity for them to click photos, take selfies, and post on the social media.
You need to create friendship like that, trust and rapport. And then you need to find them in their own environment. You need to find them in their own environment where they are, where they usually play and meet, in their happenings that have a bearing on what you are studying. So I think if we empower them to be champions in their local communities, they can help us a lot in preventing NTDs. If you have to interview them, you need to use the adolescent-friendly drawing, mapping, and so many others that make them get engaged. And they should be advocates to behavior change.
I think building trust is key. Adolescents need to feel that their voices are heard and their concerns matter. I found that co-creating intervention with them, engaging them in planning and decision making goes a long way.
And my message to the NTD community is that we need to be paying attention to adolescents. They're curious and they have questions because they might not have grown up seeing onco cases, and they might not have had the same level of engagement as their parents one did.
So I think if we empower them to be champions in their local communities, they can help us a lot in preventing NTDs. As we all know, adolescents, it's a developing stage. They are still developing emotionally, even physically and socially. So the wider NTD community need to adjust their approaches to the level of the adolescents. Peer-to-peer approach is so important for them. So we may involve them as even co-researchers, as young researchers, involve them to cause change in behavior if we want sustainable interventions.
For me, adolescents are not just beneficiaries of health. They can be powerful agents of change. So to address NTD effectively, we must include them in advocacy, in education, and program design, ensuring their perspective and needs are met.